Hello, it's wonderful to have you on another very exciting edition of Sunday Special on Nta Calabar. Tonight is packed with stories from government, people and events, and most excitingly is the story of the culture of multiple husbands to a wife, which has been viral on the social media as a correspondent attempts to unravel the story and its health implications. We enjoin you to stay tuned for all of this and lots more. I am Maureen Liu Ajom. I will be back in just a moment. Welcome back to Sunday Special. We begin with the story that the Cross River State Governor, Senator Basi Otu, is calling on information managers across the states under the leadership of the All Progressives Congress, APC, to redouble their efforts in the promotion and documentation of progressives' governors' legacies, policies and programs towards the advancement and development of good governance to build public trust. The governor gave the charge when commissioners for information of the APC governed states in the country paid a courtesy visit to him. Justina Etam tells us more.
The commissioners for information in all Progressives Congress-led states are in Calabar to deliberate on media strategies in support of progressives governors in pursuit of good governance. Receiving the delegation, Governor Tu, represented by his deputy Peter Ode, points out notable strides recorded by the Governor Otu administration in infrastructure development, among others, noting that Nigeria is endowed with tourism, natural and economic potentials, which requires adequate publicity to advance development.
And then we are building the we're building the Obudu Cargo Airport that will take you 20-minute flight from Calabar International Airport to Obudu Cargo, so you can easily get off the ranch. The administration of Senator Prince Basi Otu is also rolling an internal rail network that will run from Bakassi and terminate in Obudu, making it a one-point tourism destination for Cross River State.
The delegation, led by the Director General Progressives Governors Forum, Funsho Aluko, says PGF Secretariat is undertaking several initiatives to publicize activities of the progressives governors.
The PGF Secretariat has produced policy briefs for the progressive governors in the following areas: prototype framework for social media regulation and management in APC-controlled states, prototype law for livestock management, prototype framework for setting up state police in APC-controlled states, prototype frameworks for independent power generation and distribution in APC-controlled states, among others.
Meanwhile, the commissioners, in a communique issued at the end of the two-day meeting, encourages Nigerians to remain steadfast in support of the leaders and participate actively in governance for a brighter future.
The meeting recognizes the commended and tireless effort of progressive governors in advancing development initiatives across the nation. Their strategic policy investment in various sectors are already yielding promising results and changing the narrative of evidence, as evidenced by the increasing growth and stability witnessed in the economy.
The commissioners promised to continue sharing of ideas to facilitate greater cooperation for sustainable development. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
And in continuation of its statewide sensitization campaign against the 2024 predicted flood in the State Emergency Management Agency has taken the message of prevention and management to the Northern Senatorial District in Ogoja. Paul Ebel is standing by for details of the story.
In the Northern Senatorial District, Ogoja and Yela, are the flood-prone local government areas, and this downscaling of early warning information on flood to communities is to create that consciousness among the people on preventable actions before and during the flood. Some of these measures include avoid dumping of waste in drainages and harvesting of crops before the flood sets in.
We are here to advocate, we are here to sensitize our people about the expected flood in 2024. We will engage the traditional rulers, we engage churches. Like the Catholic Church, I know that here in Ogoja and Yala, the Catholic Church is predominant here, where if you discuss with the Reverend Fathers and Bishops, the information will get to everywhere. So we need to disseminate this information to the parts of the local government we are suspecting flood, mostly Ogoja and Yala local government. So we are here to flag off in the Northern Central District, and I want to thank you for the love you have for the states.
The campaign took participants along the major streets of Ogoja town with distribution of flyers to residential areas, business locations, markets, with the sensitization message translated into different languages.
This year, make sure that you move yourself to location where you are safe. There will be flood. That is the message.
The campaign, which culminated with goodwill messages by stakeholders, also stressed on the importance of taking action.
When the rains are on like this, you see our people pushing, the dustbin into the gutters. So please, we are begging you, if we do that, this drainage will be blocked. And then this rains, this water would, instead of passing through that drainage, will really come out to your houses. So please, desist from this practice.
Our people are aware because our Ogoja people are predominantly farmers. They know the need to harvest their crop on time. And that's why government has come to educate them properly, to notify them that there will be floods.
To see that all the waste and all the dirty in Cross Rivers, in Ogoja particularly, will have a point where they don't put their refuse.
Flood is one of those dangerous aspects that can equally take lives, not only property alone. So we appreciate you, and we are going after here. We promise you that we are going to carry the campaign along to the grassroots.
The sensitization campaign was supported by the Red Cross and other humanitarian NGOs. From Ogoja local government area in Cross River State, Paul Abel, NTA News.
The propagation and exaltation of God's Holy Catholic Church, humiliation of enemies of the Holy Catholic faith, as well as to convert sinners and the triumph of the Immaculate Heart in all Christians, was in focus at this year's Pontifical High Mass by the Society of Traditional Roman Catholics in Nigeria, held at Alifokba, Yala local government area. Ode Alenyo was at the Mass.
The 2024 annual Rosary Procession in honor of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary by the Society of Traditional Roman Catholics in Nigeria was hosted by St. Francis Catholic Church, Alifokba, Yala local government area of Cross River State. Preceding the Rosary Procession was a Pontifical High Mass offered by the leader of the Society of Traditional Roman Catholics in Nigeria, Bishop Bede Okechukwu Nkamuke. Bishop Nkamuke hinted that the Society of Traditional Roman Catholics hold the belief that the seat of St. Peter is currently vacant, hence the modernist hierarchy, now led by Pope Francis, is completely devoid of authority. He further stated that the Second Vatican Council, with its doctrinal, disciplinary, and liturgical reforms, are substantial alterations of the doctrines, disciplines, and worship of the Roman Catholic Church.
We are members of the Society of Traditional Roman Catholics, a group of Catholics who seek to restore the Latin Mass and the faith of the Catholic Church as it used to be before the changes that came with the Second Vatican Council. All that we do is directed towards fostering devotion and the practice of the Catholic faith.
The Pontifical High Mass drew priests, seminarians, reverend sisters, and faithful of the Society of Traditional Roman Catholics from different parts of the country, including Lagos, Port Harcourt, Owerri, Enugu, and Calabar. They assure their commitment to promote and adhere strictly to the worship, doctrines, and disciplines, as well as their total rejection of the so-called New Order of Mass.
I'm the son of the soil, and God was pleased to draw me from the Novus Ordo, that is the New Order Church occupying our buildings. Our permanent site, St. Francis permanent site, is not occupied by this new religion. Imagine someone coming to seize your house from you, you run away and still retain your identity. But today, the advice would be that people should dare to embrace the truth, to dare to encounter the truth.
It's a wonderful experience. I am one among the very lucky ones to have found traditional Catholicism restored again. When I was in Novus Ordo, the new Mass where the priest backs God and faces the world, not knowing that that is not the church. I came to find out that this is the faith that the Catholic Church received from the Lord Jesus.
Our goal is to restore fallen faith. We have been practicing this faith since we realized that what we have been practicing in the regular Catholic churches is not true Catholicism, that the true Catholicism is that which is Catholic and apostolic, that can be traced back with doctrines that can be traced back to the time of the apostles.
The Society of Traditional Roman Catholics in Nigeria highlighted that through the Second Vatican Council, the modernists, now led by Pope Francis, officially broke away from the Catholic Church, but are maintaining the occupancy of Catholic buildings all over the world. In Alifokpa, Yalaluku government area of Cross River State, Ode Alenyo, NTA News.
We'll take a break and Sunday Special continues, but we enjoined you to watch this news on our various social media platforms. Don't go away.
Are you looking for a secured environment with good parking space and a natural ambience? Then look no further. Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground has got you covered for marriages, parties, and all kinds of events. Have your event at Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground, you stand a chance to get a discounted rate for your event coverage. For bookings, please call Jane 0806 353 3069. Celebrate your events at Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground. Nta Calabar, the station for the people.
This is Two Smile Hotel and Suite, giving you the best of hospitalities under a well-secured environment with reliable power supply. Come, savor the aura of royal treatment. Let's pamper you for a while with exotic drinks from our exquisite bar, continental and African dishes in our homely restaurant. Classy and spacious rooms ensuing lasting comfort. We've got the luxury hosting you and your guests in Queensley Conferencing. Truly an indelible impression. Two Smile, exclusive access to unique experience.
Nta Calabar presents Obiutube in collaboration with Apalak. Obiutube showing on Nta Calabar every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. For sponsorship, please call Serial 0813 676 7207 or Jen 0806 353 3069.
Welcome back to Sunday Special. Before the advent of civilization in Africa, polygamous as a type of marriage was the practice which allows the man to marry many wives for procreation and to assist in the farm as well as domestic work for economic prosperity. However, it is strange for a woman to marry more than one husband, known as polyandry, especially in the Nigerian setting. The unpredictable feat is reigning human curiosity, both on social media and in Calabar. It is against this backdrop that our correspondent, Erika Ivy, samples opinion of people on the practice and the possible health implications of women with multiple husbands. Over to you, Erika.
It's normal, I feel a man is not the only one entitled to get married to so many women.
Polyandry is a Greek word meaning many husbands. It is a practice that allows women lawfully to marry more than one husband. Research shows that such cultures could be found in India, China, South America, as well as Irigwe people in some parts of Plateau State in Nigeria. Although the practice is not part of the culture of the people of Cross River State, respondents condemn the act, saying is against moral laws and good conscience.
It makes Nigerians to be distracted from in this time of hardship. So it's a good distraction for Nigerians who keep watching and keep commenting. And the person is going to make a lot of money because of viewership. And like you asked me, you never would have asked. But also it creates awareness that we should never allow such abomination happen in our culture.
And my advice for women, be very comfortable and content with one man.
Others maintain that the recent video of one Susan trending on social media, whether as a prank or reality, apart from being alien culture, is unhealthy for a woman to engage in such practices.
The mechanisms involved in who fits who, we don't know. We don't know if the woman is so much rich.
Thank God it will not come to our Akwa Ibom Cross River. We will fight it and kill it. It can never come. It can't come to church. We won't accept it as...
Some other respondents say such relationship will definitely create inequality, envy, and conflict among the husbands.
It's the psychology of the woman, because emotions and anxiety might come in because of the stress of managing multiple, men.
You have sexually transmitted diseases, you have HIVs, you have hepatitis, you have there are a lot of those diseases that you spread out. In all, I don't want it to continue. Government should step into it.
Experts in their different views say whatever reasons leading to the recent viral video on social media, government should stop such practices, while women should aspire for equality, better political participation, and respect social norms and value. In Calabar, Erika Ivy, NTA News.
And with the desire to reduce the stress associated with the lack of enough lecture halls faced by postgraduate students of the University of Calabar, the Prince Abeng-led executive has commenced the building of 10 lecture halls project at the institution. At the commencement of the project, the immediate past president of the postgraduate student government, Bernard Edith, joined the sitting president, Prince Abeng, to solicit support from the public to enable them complete the project, even as he set the pace with a donation of 100 blocks. Correspondent tells us more.
Even though the leadership of the University of Calabar, led by Professor Florence Obi, is working tirelessly to prioritize the welfare of students of the University of Calabar, the challenge of enough lecture rooms still becomes. This is what informed the postgraduate student government, led by Prince Abeng, to ensure this 10-classroom building project, conceived and designed by his predecessors, to commence in earnest.
This project is not just for postgraduate students who are currently here, even the undergraduates who will eventually become postgraduate students in the future. This is to be enjoyed by them. You know, I'm donating to this project because I know that this is a dream of mine, and I'm believing that this dream will come true.
The two leaders are calling on well-meaning postgraduate students, organizations and political leaders to support them financially or with building materials to enable the project progress and get completed.
The project is an initiation of the students, and as it is so far to this extent, is the donations from students. So I use this opportunity to appeal to the entire public for support.
The 10-classroom block is expected to have 8 convenience and offices attached. In Calabar, Nta News.
The remains of the late Nta Williams Okoro has been laid to rest in his country home, Ediba, Abi local government area. The funeral service of the late Nta Okoro, Controller Nigerian Correctional Service, who died at the age of 59, was conducted by the Presbyterian Church of Nigeria, Ediba Parish, as officiated by Reverend Festus Okori of the St. Stephen Parish, Ediba, among other officiating ministers. Correspondent tells us more.
As it is recorded in the Holy Bible for the Christians in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 to 2, that there is a season, that is an appointed time for everything, and a time for every delight and event or purpose under heaven. The late Nta Williams Okoro found significant reason to fulfill this biblical injunction of life. Although died at the age of 59, the church, colleagues, relatives, and his community described his life and times on earth as impactful to all and sundry that came his way. It could not therefore be a surprise to see his colleagues and the leadership of the Nigerian Correctional Service, Calabar headquarters, and the Edo State Zonal Office, where he served as a controller of correctional service until his demise, turn out in their numbers to bid him farewell.
Nta is an icon, it's a mixer, it's all round. Both in our correctional institutions, he was there as a teacher. In the non-custodial center that we just established, he's also very, very active. So we've mixed an icon in our mix.
The family of correctional service will mix an icon in the name of late CC Nta William Okoro. He has been a good friend. He has been a father. He is a Johnny Goodfellow. He's a good mixer. He carries everybody along in the course of his duty.
His committal to Mother Earth was amidst outpouring of emotions, with these expressions of fond memories by his relatives.
He's a lovely husband. He's a husband who cares. He's my youthful husband. We married at a youthful age. I have really missed him. Since his death, I have not been myself. I have been worried. My BP has risen up because of his death, because he's a comforter. He's a man who loves the children and loves me. He loves everybody. There's nobody that is on all love, whether small or big. He loves all of them. We have missed him. Death is something that everybody will die. But it's not, it don't supposed to be this time. But God knows better. We take it so. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I miss him for everything because he was all I had. He was a friend. He was a father. He has been there right from when I was born until date. I don't know what to say, but I just tell God thank you, because he said in everything we should give him thanks.
Our father-in-law, later Nta Williams, is a benevolent man, is a peaceful man who has served with all his might. Most in difficult time, he tried to make sure that he put things in parity.
I have been with him right from my childhood. I have lived with him all over my life. My parents gave birth to me, but I got my upbringing in his hands. If you look at me and try to place me, within the society, whatever you place me in, it is as a result of his upbringing. So the credit will always go to him. But the point is that I have really lost somebody so dear to me, somebody whom I will always, make allusion to as my own father.
The late Nta Williams Okoro left behind a wife, children, and numerous relatives, including Michael Agbang, the Cross River State correspondent, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, to mourn his demise. From Ediba, in Abi local government area, NTA News.
And that's it on Sunday Special tonight. We enjoin you to watch this news on our various social media platforms, as we say thank you for being a part of today's outing.